Of the few refugees who make it to Everlight, many are shocked to find that their troubles do not end there. Though its neutrality as a city-state left it largely unscathed during the Mage Wars, the city has its own mountain of problems to struggle with. The biggest ones being the ever-growing gap between the rich and the poor, an uncontrollable rise in crime, and the Purity of Light's aggressive crusade for new followers.
Now would you...
Wait, you there. Yes, you. Could you spare a moment?
Me?
Yes. You're military, aren't you? You must be. I can tell by the way you're walking.
Former military, yeah. Why do you ask?
Well, I don't know how to say this, but I could really use your help. My daughter, Rosa, she didn't come back from the river last noon. Now, she was always a stubborn child, but it's been over a day now, and that doesn't seem like her at all. I'd go look for myself, but as you can see, my legs don't work like they should anymore.
What happened to your legs?
I'd prefer not to talk about it. It's a painful memory, as you can imagine.
What are you people doing out here anyway?
Isn't it obvious? Waiting for admission.
So you were refugees?
Yes. Howard folk, to be precise. We made it all the way here just to be told that the city's full. But then again, I get why they're doing this. I really do. Everlight has only so much bread and shelter to spare for strangers with no more belongings. But Rosa gone, that's an entirely different story.
What about the Everlight Guard? Did you talk to them yet?
The Guard? They barely have time to keep the city's streets safe. They aren't going to waste any on a refugee.
You're well articulated. May I ask what you did before?
Before that bloody war tore everything to pieces, I was a herbalist. But all that, my store, our house, it got burnt to the ground by the... It's strange. My life back then, it doesn't even feel real anymore. You know, we have all these things that we think define us, that we think have substance, but they don't. one day you wake... But I'm sorry. I digress.
All right, I'll go see if I can find your daughter. You said she went to the river?
Yes, to clean out my wrappings. She's around 5 feet tall, has blonde, long hair, and a birthmark on her right cheek. Thank you, sir. You have no idea how much that means to me. Just find her, please.
Tahar? This dream you've told me about. On our way to Farland's Hope. The one you've been having since your childhood? I've been thinking about it.
Have you?
Yes. These strange, human-like puppets you see in it. They might be a way of your mind telling you that there's an aspect about your flesh, your body, which you haven't come to understand yet.
Where did you get that?
Well, becoming a light mage involves a lot of introspection and journeying into one's mind. But then again, dreams are enigmatic. I might be wrong.
Will do. Let's see. Blazes. Blonde hair. Birthmark on the cheek. That's the old man's daughter.
Damn it! The bandits must have kidnapped her.
And not just that. Let's go back to the old man. He'll want to know. Interesting. Now would you look at that? Why?
It'll only make it worse for him. Tell him she fell and broke her neck. That way he won't have to spend the rest of his life picturing her final moments.
Let's see.
Yes? Did you find her?
I did. But it seems that she got kidnapped by a group of highwaymen.
What? What are you saying?
Rosa is dead. I'm sorry.
No. No. This isn't possible. Not like this. She can't be. You must have found someone else. I will go look for her myself once the legs have recovered. She's still out there. I can feel it.
Look, sir, she had the birthmark. It was your daughter.
It wasn't. Now, please go. I need to rest. And then I need to prepare. Yes, I have to.
Yes? Understood.
What a goddamn mess.
Hmm?
Such a young girl, abused and murdered. Sometimes I wonder what's wrong with this world.
Hold it right there. What's your business in this? There's been an awful lot lately.
Has there?
Aye, just last night a whole carriage of them.
And you let them in?
Those I did, yep. But that's because that woman leading him claimed to know Farland, the mayor. Didn't believe her at first, but she wouldn't let it go and asked us to send word to him. Well, so that we did. Turned out she was right. The mayor asked to let him in at once and gave him a roof to sleep on.
Well, I'm not a refugee.
You know what? I even believe you. Then what's your business?
I'm looking for work.
Sellsword, are you? Huh. Well, then I suggest you go talk to old Ramsey. He's in charge of the militia. He might have some work for you. Go on inside. Just behave yourself and you'll be fine.
Interesting.
Looking for potions and scrolls? I'm sure I have just what you need. A fair offer.
Now would you look at that?
You! Yes, you! Oh, stranger! Would you be so kind and help a wretched man? A terrible curse befell me, and you look bold enough to come to my aid. I cannot eat, I cannot sleep, I cannot smith. You just might be my only hope. You! Yes, you! Oh, stranger!
Sounds, tragic.
What? No! No, it is far worse than that. It is the curse. I come from one of the most noble elven families. Yes, I might have chosen the simple life of a blacksmith over the comforts of nobility, but that did not stop my father from meddling in my affairs. My father and Jane's family, our parents' schemes have gone so far that they do not even allow Jane to see me anymore. I am sure it is her father who is behind it. He simply cannot accept my decision to forfeit the noble life. However, I have devised a plan to reunite Jane and me.
That guy may be odd, but his craftsmanship is excellent. Didn't you say we might need a smith for our army?
How can I help you?
Ask.
Ask?
Why? About Jane and me. You must have millions of questions, and I do not blame you. Such fierce display of emotions can be overwhelming for the poor soul who has never felt them.
Why did you become a smith and not a nobleman?
Oh, it is simple. My father might be a noble, but he has achieved status and respect through hard work and determination. It was always my intention to follow the same path. Wealth makes people complacent. I wanted to earn my keep, and that my father does not see the true virtuous intentions behind my decision saddens me even more.
I don't have any more questions. Let's discuss your plan. How do you want me to help you? I'd rather not take on the Everlight nobility.
Oh, do not worry. This will not be necessary. All you have to do is deliver this potion to Jane. It's the milk of the poppy mixed with fire nettle, a very potent sleeping potion. Once ingested, it mimics death for around 24 hours. She and I will both drink it, and I paid the mortician to not embalm our bodies and cover up our escape. Tonight, at sunset, we shall both drink it. Then, once we wake up, we will escape this wretched city forever and build a new life in a better world.
Milk of the poppy and fire nettle are both strong sedatives. Do you really think mixing the two is a good idea? You might die.
I will not. Trust me. One of my many virtues is an excellent knowledge in the art of alchemy. I know what I am doing.
Well, okay. I'll give this potion to Jane and tell her of your plan.
Splendid. Wonderful. You, brave traveler, are what's lacking in this world. Men and women who fight for the beauty of love. Speak to me once the deed has been done.
Are you really going to give that woman Jane this potion? This sounds like one heck of a stupid plan.
No, Penelope. You cannot do this to me. He loudly screamed, full of pain and anguish. Penelope softly cast him a mournful glance. Her eyes dreamily drifted off towards the merciless and cold winter sky. But I have to, she silently whispered, full of remorse. Her tender breath tenderly
There you
caressed his
are.
haggard cheekbones.
I was wondering when you'd show up.
My heart beats with yearning.
I came
and
as fast as I could.
sweet and
Where are the villagers?
For
In
you,
a safe place. Not the most beautiful part of this city, but it'll do. For now.
depths of the
Ah,
deeps
and
of the
I sent
dream.
Ralph to an apothecary. Despite the fire nettle, his cramps have gotten worse.
Flame burning brightly like
I
the
see.
fires of Zarek.
How was the rest of the journey?
Oh, my form.
Well, since you made short work of the General's army, it was almost relaxing. Thanks again. I'm not the most pious of persons, but that the Harbinger sent you, of all people, was a true blessing.
Mourningly in the distance, a storm.
I only wish we hadn't lost so many people. I know you did your best, but
vigorously ejaculated.
there's gonna be a lot of grieving in the next moons. Damn that crazy general. What did we do to him? Nothing. Either way, that's not why you're here, right? You kept your promise, and I'll keep mine.
Knelt down in front of her and took her soft
Allies.
and tender hand. into
Does that
his
mean you'll
fingers
introduce me to those friends of yours?
hands.
Yes, in fact, I've already told him about you. His name is Phelan Argyle, the mayor of the city.
Oh, lovely Penelope, go and give this sweet woman you
You're
desire
friends with
all
Everlight's
the
mayor?
love you can muster.
Well, friends is a big word.
Will he meet with me?
Like a sun-kissed
Yes,
red
just go to his house and tell the guard that you're sent by Clara
when
Farland.
the sun stops
She'll let you in.
shining and the stars
So,
long have died.
I guess this is where we part ways, isn't it?
For now,
It was a pleasure, Tahar.
sweet
Thank you for
Penelope
everything.
are my former beloved. Goodbye.
Likewise. What will you and your people do now?
Play it by ear, I suppose. That's what I've always been good at. Yes, dear?
Let's see. Interesting. Now would you look at that? Interesting.
State your business.
Whose house is that?
If you have to ask, you sure as heck don't belong here. Sod off. State your business.
Clara Farland sent me.
Huh. The description fits. Fine, go on in. Argyle is waiting for you.
Let's see.
As a free city, Everlight's leadership is not chosen by the right of blood, but elected by the town's nobility. The most recent mayor, Fulan Argal, has been in power for over 7 years now, and is known for his endeavors to drastically
Now would you look at that?
Well, well, if it isn't the notorious betrayer's child. I always wondered what you look like. I had something different in mind. But let us cut to the chase, shall we? Clara has told me you're looking for an ally. One that can help you put an end to the bloodburn.
What else did she tell you?
Not much I didn't already know. Who you are, and your involvement in the Mage Wars. And before you say any more, I don't want to know.
You don't?
No. The less I know, the less dangerous our cooperation is for me. Also, I fully trust Clara's judgment. If she thinks you're worthy of our support, then so do I.
For a simple village mayor, Clara has a lot of friends in high places.
Simple village mayor. Is that who she is now?
Well, who is she?
Someone who was once very powerful but decided to quit. That's all I can tell you without her consent.
So, can you help us?
I believe I can. Let me introduce you to the Wayfarers. Come on in. Tahar, this is Rowan, leader of the Wayfarers, one of the most able mercenary groups on EO.
Rohan?
Tahar. Tiara's breath.
I take it you were acquainted already?
This man used to be my father's right hand during the Mage Wars. He was the one who told him of my plans to leave the rebels.
Interesting.
Don't act so surprised, Argyle. You knew of my past. And you also know that I'm the only reason this war is over.
If I hadn't told the Crown of Asamo's attack on the keep, he would have won. So yes, Tahar, you're right. I told Asamo about your betrayal. But ever since then, I've tried to repent.
doesn't bring Zane or Helena back to life.
Look, you're angry, and after what I did, you have all the right to be. But this is not the time for discussion. You need an ally, and we're all you're going to get. So, please, let us just put this behind us, even if it's just for now. Let the Wayfarers help you.
Who in the blazes are the Wayfarers?
Mercenaries, as Argal said. I founded them right after the war.
Mercenaries?
Yes, but that's just how we pay for our shelter and our food. Most of the time, the Wayfarers are helping people. Refugees, farmers, homeless.
Very poetic. And how do I know you're telling the truth?
He is.
Thanks. Look, Tahar, I know I messed up. I served a monster for over 6 years of my life. But I regret it. And I'm trying to make amends.
So you warned the Royal Army of the attack?
Yes. It took me some time to realize how rotten our movement had become. But when I did, I acted. Just like you.
But please, I can tell you all about this, but not now, not here.
So, this army of yours, what can you offer?
Knowledge, tactics, swords. Whatever it is you and the Harbinger need to end the Bloodburn, we'll help you.
I can't afford an army of mercenaries. I'd have to ask the Purity for support first.
You don't. I will cover all the expenses.
You? Why?
As I said, I owe Clara. Also, it's not as if my wealth and my power protect me from the Bloodburn, do they? Clara has a lot of faith in you, and even though I'm skeptical about the Purity's involvement in your mission, I trust Clara's judgment.
Fine, but we'll have a lot to talk about, Rohan.
Yes, I know.
Well, that's settled then. But as much as I appreciate your presence, I would like you, Rowan Tahir, and your soldiers to leave this city as soon as possible. An army the size of the Wayfarers will draw the Royal Army's attention sooner or later. And that's something—
You're right. Goodbye then, Argal. And thank you for your help.
It has been my pleasure.
Of the few refugees who make it to Everlight, many are shocked to find that their troubles do not end there. Though its neutrality as a city-state left it largely unscathed during the Mage Wars, the city has its own mountain of problems to struggle with. The biggest ones being the ever-growing gap between the rich and the poor, an uncontrollable rise in crime, and the Purity of Light's aggressive crusade for new followers.
This way, right?
Sure.
Sure.